Sure you don't want to put this in the bedroom?
You know what? I just don't want to take away any of your pleasure.
That would be pleasure. That's going in a weird spot. We're going to get R-rated. Anyway, so... So we're getting ready to do the drywall in the new building. So we're going to go get some drywall. And Mom's going to get to go do all that and the fun drywalling. Didn't she look so happy about drywalling? Yeah. Yeah, no. But the other thing is we're in the garage and we get to hang today. I'm hoping to hang because I've had this for a little while. A new thing for the decor. It's going to go up there. I've had that hook up there for 20 years, so I never took it down, and lo and behold I found a reason not to take it down, and it is in this box. As you may see, some of you may already recognize, this is a giant Dungeons and Dragons Beholder that I got, and it's down in there, deep down there. Yeah. So it's somewhat complicated to hang. It's got two eyelets on the top and then one 2/3 down the side, and then apparently one at the bottom, but we're not going to use the one at the bottom. We're just going to use the top two and hang it kind of at an angle so that it points at the door when you walk in. It'll be pretty sweet. So yeah, Mom's going to be freaked out in the middle of the night when she's getting used to this. So it's going to go, let me show you. Here's the door. You're going to come in, and it's going to be like right there looking at you. So you're going to go, whoa, and it's going to be like right there. And it's really big. It's like really big. It's as big as that box. So it's going to be like, roar. So remember this, roar. And that's where it's going to be. So we have to get some cables because they recommend 50 to 75 pound cables to hang it so it doesn't fall. It can be quite big. It's quite heavy and awkward, as you would expect a beholder to be. Actually, they're quite light. Anyway, that's nerd talk. So
That never happens here.
not in this room. So we're going to measure the eyelets because nobody online seems to talk about this, on how you actually hang these things. At least I couldn't find a video or anything. So we're going to take it out of the box. We're going to measure the eyelet. Then we're going to go to Home Depot and get the metal hooks and the metal cables and all that, plus some drywall, and measure it, hang it, cut it, go. So let's look at that. So you got to take this guide box thing out, which is really quite peculiar. I looked at this before. It's really strange packing material. It's like they reversed the two towers, or it's a walker beast of some kind. It's oh sweet. Look at that. That's good.
It's a robot helmet.
Yeah, Mom's not a nerd.
Transformer
You're not even close.
now. What?
That is not a transformer. No. But more importantly, what's in the box is eye stock, and then that eye stock down there is the gold in this. So I'm gonna reach in there. I'm gonna hand this over to Mom.
I wouldn't want it to be too easy. That would be a shame. Yeah.
Come here. All right, here we go. Here we go now. Look at that. Can't beat that. Look at that. Look at that. Like an unboxing video and a hanging video. All in one. See, look at that gold in this right there. So here's the eyelet. Eyelet, get it? Anyway.
Oh, right there.
Right there.
Right there.
There's the eyelet. It's specifically designed to hold weight. So there's number one. And apparently back here, watching eye stocks, people, and unpacking. They are
Rubbery.
a little rubbery and fragile. There's supposed to be another one back here. As you pet your beholder,
There's one in the
that's the bottom. There's supposed to be another one 2/3 of the way down. I don't see it. Oh.
Oh,
There it
yeah.
is.
Okay, so around this
Oh.
this eye coming out.
And then there's one behind. It's not 2/3 of the way
There's
down.
one there
And one here.
and one there. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to hang from both those, and this one will be a little torque, a little shorter, so it points down at you. But this is the golden.
Is it your new buddy? My buddy. My buddy.
Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's so good.
I think that's all the amount of seconds we can sing in that song without
that's right,
getting
that's all I got.
charged.
Horn hurt. That's good, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
That's
nice.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ew, do not touch tongues with your beholder.
Okay, so we're going to measure this, and we're going to start with 10. I guess we're going to do inches here. I'm trying to measure the diameter of the eyelet, which is incredibly difficult. That looks like, oh, there we go, right there. 10, I would guess that's probably a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. So the hole is a little bit more than a 1/4 inch, but the plastic around it is probably, that's 1/8 of an inch. And it is thick. So 1/8 of an inch by, wow. So the diameter, that's probably, I mean, if I had to guess that, what would you say? That's probably 1/4 inch too. So it's 1/4 inch hole, 1/4 inch thickness of the plastic, and 1/8 of the inch wide on the plastic. Well, we're back. That was an awful trip. It was like hell, wasn't it? It was like going to deep in the bowels of Waterdeep.
We've had worse.
It was awful.
We've had worse trips.
It was so awful. But we got all these parts. And the reason we got all these parts is because we don't know exactly what's going to work. So at the end, we'll point out which one of these parts has been the chosen ones. We got a big spool of galvanized coated 1/16 cable. Can hold 96 pounds, and this guy's not 96 pounds. So, but we're going to start hanging up there. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, once we get done, we'll take some pictures as we're doing it, but once we get done, we'll show you all the parts that we used. Again, the goal is to hang a hook off this front eye hook, and then there's another one behind this eye stock, and we're going to hang those two, but the short back one will be shorter, so he'll be kind of at an angle like that. So when you walk in the door, he can shoot you with your anti-magic beam, and then just Eye of Death.
He's always helping with that.
I'm
But
really,
I'd stick around there.
yeah, because she's got black magic. We don't want any of that. So we're going to try this up, and then we'll show you how it worked. All right, so what we got here is we got that little black carabiner that's really niftily designed for these cables. And then we got a big hoop. And then we got one of these things, which is, what are these called, Mom?
Well, these are called flush type cable clamp.
They're really cool because you don't have to do hammering or squeezing. They just screw on. They're actually quite slick. I'm hoping they come through on the camera. They look like they are. But those are pretty cool. And then you got, like I said, little black carabiners. So if we put this little black carabiner, why don't you put that on the eyelet. Okay. And then hold up the other cable. And then so we made the back one shorter, because we haven't made the hoop up here, so that he tilts down and looks at you as you come in, right? He's going to go up there. And they're both going to hook on that thing, so I'm hoping this works, because the back one will be shorter once we hook this like this, and therefore you'll be looking down. That's the intent, and you have to clear the eyeballs, so we had to plan for clearing the eye stalks. So I didn't want these big metal clamps, as cool as they are. I did not want them to be like right in front of that eyeball. So I think this is as good as we're going to get here. Alright, so I'm going to put this other clamp on this end, and I'm going to hang her up there. So that was difficult, because once you get these nice cable things like this that I'm really excited about, getting them in the right height for both cables so that he's leaning down at you or looking down at you is really tricky. Mom is very frustrated by all of that. A little bit, yeah. But it worked, and then I wrapped them in electrical tape, so it's all black. The 2 bonuses there, it's all black, and then it won't the cable, even though it's coated, I didn't want it to scratch anything or brush up against anything. So you get 2 bonuses with electrical tape. It's black, so it's harder to see, and 2, no scratchies. So we're about ready to hang it. So we're gonna take the eyeball covers off and then hang it up, and then we'll see it in all its glory. Mom can barely contain herself, right? You're just barely hanging on.
He's so happy.
I know.
He's a happy guy.
Yeah, you're barely hanging on. Sure you don't want to put this in the bedroom?
I am. You know what? I just don't want to take away any of your pleasure.
That would be pleasure. That's going in a weird spot. We're going to get R-rated. Anyway, so, but we're going to hang this thing up, and then you will see the magic. And I hope this video helped people. What we used was these things right here on your screen. We used these things here. So we used the coated spring link with eyelet, 1/4 inch, 100 pounds, which this thing, 100 pounds. And the other thing we used to basically make the loops in the cable was the 3/16 inch flush type cable clamp, which those are pretty slick. They come in 2-pack at the Depot of Hell. So we're going to hang it up. But I hope these tips help you. It was actually pretty easy once we did a lot of walking through the aisles and figuring out how it worked. The hardest part is trying to get these cables to even up so that the back one pushes his head down. That was actually, I think, the hardest part, aside from going to Hell Depot. But that was pretty. Would you agree? Was that the hardest part, Mom?
Yes, that is always the hardest part, wandering around Home Depot.
No. Getting the cables right. Jesus.
Trying to get the cables right.
Yeah.
Five eyeballs.
You're uncovering his eye stalks. You know, the biggest thing, if you don't feel comfortable with commenting, which I don't blame you, YouTube is that way, send me a tweet or comment what do you want to name it. Because I don't have any names. I haven't given any thought. And don't tell me, Fred, because that ain't going to happen. Give me some ideas for some names for the Beholder galore. And do you have any ideas?
Yeah.
What?
Beethoven.
No.
No?
Already you're out. No, you don't get to choose now.
Bezowitz.
No. All right. Let's.
Bezowitz
No, we're not going to hang it now. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop. All right. Well, that looks pretty good, I got to say. That looks pretty scary. Coming in the game room now is a serious thing, man. That's some serious action, Mom. Aren't you afraid?
Congratulations on being friends.
I know, right? It's my familiar.
Garage protector.
It's my familiar.
Garage guardian. Here we go. It's the garage guardian.
Oh, she may have just taken everyone's name. We'll call him a garage guardian, but he needs a real name that no one knows except the internet. Like something better than Bob. Oh, you look so good. You look so good. Who's a good beholder? Yes, you are. I'm gonna dress him up for Christmas now. And I'm gonna dress him up for Halloween and Easter. Yeah.
He looks like
No, he doesn't. He's not a pirate beholder.
pirate beholder.
Oh, it's really hard for you guys to get the full perspective because we're down here, and the bottom of him starts at my top of my head. It's like there's my eye level. This is eye level for us.
Yes.
Right? Eye level. So right now we're underneath him. See what happens? That's what happens. So it's like you can still game underneath him. You can think, hey man, you suck at Space Wars. Yeah, you suck. But then you look up and you're like, okay, you don't suck. You're good. You're good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally nerding out right now.
He's doing
I'm totally nerding out. I should probably stop before I make a fool of myself. The Garage Guardian. So good. He's got a lot to guard.
That's right.
A lot to guard.
And your paints aren't even here.
No, paints aren't in here because it's too bloody cold. All right. Well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And so for those of you that got one of these at Christmas and you're like, what the heck, how do I hang this thing? Hope that helps. I couldn't find a single person that talked about how to hang it, or show at least how to hang it. There's nice instructions, but it really doesn't say much. It says mount on a bookshelf. No. So hope this is helpful. Shoot me a question if you have any. But it was actually kind of useful. It's just getting those cables the right length. That was the hard part. So good luck with your Beholder. You can't have mine.